What's up, you guys? My name is Javier, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the Apple event we saw yesterday on October 30th, the day before Halloween. Everything that we saw during the keynote, a very short keynote, about 34 minutes long. Honestly, that went by so fast. I did love the intro in the beginning, the Apple logo, kind of in a moon settings. It was pretty cool. I liked it a lot. So we're just be talking about things that they did not announce, that they did announce. They really just cut to the chase, dived right in, and told us everything about the new MacBooks and iMacs. Apple did label the event differently in different places around the world, depending on where you were streaming it. And if you were watching on Apple.com and or if you're watching on Apple.com or YouTube, it was titled Scary Fast. And if you're on the Apple TV app, it was titled Scarily Fast. So Apple started off with the event with the new M3 chips, the M3, the M3 Pro, and the M3 Max. It's on the 3 nanometer architecture. They're more efficient, and there's a huge big focus on GPU performance. On the GPU, it has dynamic caching, mesh shading, and ray tracing, all built into one. It also still has those two dual pro encoders. So a bunch of new updates for the iMacs, the same colors that we had last time, but with the upgraded chips. So if we go here to order it, and if we scroll down here, we can see the base model starts at here. The base model starts at $12.99, and if we keep scrolling down, each one will go higher and higher at $14.99 and up to $16.99. So the base model has the 8-core CPU and the 8-core GPU and 256 gigabytes of storage, 8 gigabytes of unified memory. And so if you want to spec it out, you definitely can. And this also gives you options for the keyboard. So you can definitely do like the Magic Base keyboard, Magic Keyboard with Touch ID integrated on the side of the keyboard, Magic Keyboard with Touch ID, and numeric keypad. So a lot of older keyboards in the past used to have the number keypad here on the side. Now you have that option here as well, which I definitely would do that. But here it gives you an option as well to pre-install applications such as Final Cut Pro. I would definitely do that for myself. I already have it, so I don't really need to repurchase it. And you can get Logic Pro. But with all those upgraded specs, you're looking at about $2,308. So not a whole lot has changed. Basically, I mean, just the chip set. And everybody doesn't really spec out their Macs. In my opinion, I've seen people just get the base model, and it's mainly in their living room, so it's not really going to be used for high-end performance depending on how you use it. And so if you're basically just going to get this one for surfing like the web, watching YouTube videos, checking emails, all your basic stuff, I definitely just go with the base model. If you're the one using it for Photoshop, Final Cut Pro, Adobe, all that, I definitely would go to the higher end computer myself. So Apple did update their MacBook Pro, their 14-inch and 16-inch MacBook Pros. I definitely need to upgrade mine. This is a MacBook Pro 13-inch. I think it's a 2019 MacBook Pro. There's an all-new space black color. And the thing that they definitely did add, it was a new fingerprint coating on top of the MacBooks. The new M3 MacBook Pro should look the same as last time, same design, same rounded corners. It should be a little bit lighter weight this time around, so hopefully you'd notice a huge difference there. So same ports, same thickness on each side as everything else. So the processors is definitely where it's changed a lot. So if you go online, take a look at the MacBooks, we do have a new 14-inch and 16-inch option. And we hit order now. We have the new 14-inch and 16-inch MacBook Pros. And the base model with the 8-core CPU, 10-core GPU, 8 gigabytes of unified memory, and 512 gigabytes of SSD starts at a new price of $15.99. And so on starts at $1,799, and the higher end model starts at $1,999. So they Apple did not update their 13-inch MacBook Pros. They probably just will discontinue it and just stick with the both 14 and 16-inch models. I wanted to switch over to the M3 Pro. That starts at $1,999 for the 12-core CPU, going at $2,399. M3 Max, let's see where that starts at $3,199, which is insane. Like, that's insane. I think that's mostly it for the M3 Max. So that's, yeah, it's a pretty hefty price depending on what you're going to use the laptop for. Hopefully be using it for a lot for your business or for work, personal use maybe. And so this one starts with a 14 core CPU, 30 core GPU, 36 gigabytes of RAM, and 1 terabyte SSD storage. So from the top of the line MacBook Pros, this is what? The M3 Max. If we select it, and if we go to the options here, you could definitely upgrade this to a higher, that's the Apple M3 Max chip with 16 core, 4 core GPU, 16 core neural engine, 128 gigabytes of RAM. You could definitely go up to 8 terabytes of storage. This will cost you about $6,899, fully specced out, fully upgraded. So if you go for the bigger one, the 16-inch models, they're basically the same thing, but just a bigger display. So the base price for this one starts at $2,499 for the 12-core CPU, 8-core GPU, 18 gigabytes of RAM, and 512 SSD, and so on. Starts to go even higher at $2,899 US dollars, and then $3,499 for the 16-inch MacBook Pros. So, you know, each tier that you go up, obviously, it's going to cost you way more. Let's see. Let's take, just for fun. Let's take a look at the M3 Max. This starts at $3,499, which is a hefty, hefty price there. And then so on, $3,999, and that's mostly it. If we go to the higher end model, if we select that, fully maxed out, you're looking at about $7,199, which is insanely expensive. I mean, it's definitely worth it for sure because it's going to last you for a very, very long time. So yeah, that's a MacBook Pro. Definitely gonna be looking at that once it's out, testing out to see if the fingerprint resistant is true on it, because I know last couple of times a lot of people have been saying that that they've seen a lot of fingerprints and everything, and Apple has put that new coating on, so it's supposed to fingerprint resistant. So with all the chips and upgrades to the MacBook Pros, the iMac, this doesn't mean that the MacBook Pros are technically a gaming laptop, gaming computer, but we're very close to it. We're very scary fast to having a gaming computer. Apple is kind of doubling down gaming processors, gaming updates, and everything. You know, as we saw as the 15 Pro Max, they released Resident Evil to it. It should be out by now. So definitely they're being focused on. So besides all the upgraded chips and everything on the iMacs, the MacBook Pros, Apple is still, let me show you here real quick. We'll show you what's in the box, actually. So if we go to see what's inside the box when you order this guy, we still get USB Type-C accessories, keyboards, and mouses. Like, I don't understand why Apple hasn't upgraded USB Type-C with the accessories. Like, we know that the iPhone has USB Type-C and everything else. So I don't understand why Apple would not want to put USB Type-C on the rest of their accessories and on the rest of their lineup. So with that, I mean, the iMac with the base model, you only get the M3 and the M3 Pro, and also you get Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3. For the iMac, like I said, the starting price point is $12.99, which is not bad. I wish that price was for the MacBook Pros. That would actually help me. That would be more in my budget range. For the MacBook Pros, they should definitely have started with that price and gone up from there. But I understand new MacBook Pros, new M3 chips, they do cost a little bit more, I guess, to make, manufacture. So if you go through everything else on the website, on Apple's website, no new iPads this year as well, no new SDR Pro display. But, you know, Apple had a great event, very Halloween aesthetic. I did like it a lot. Very spooky intro in the beginning as well. We heard Tim Cook say good evening instead of good morning.
Good evening.
That was pretty interesting to watch. I did enjoy the keynote. I did enjoy the whole keynote. So I thought for sure Apple would announce more stuff at the end because they did kind of speed ramp through all of this all at once in the beginning and the introduction with Tim Cook. They dove right into the MacBook Pros, iMacs, the M3s, which I think this is still going to be the powerhouse for anyone that's still on the Intel chips. So you know, like I said, I love these new chips. I love these new MacBooks. Same colors for the iMacs, but one brand new color for the MacBook Pro, which is space black. Very nice. I would definitely love to get that. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. Also subscribe to stay up to date. The latest Apple news, Apple products, and Apple rumors, leaks, all that stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.